Hey guys, I'm Aaron Anthony and welcome to my channel. Before we get this requiem started, you should know that I don't consider myself a YouTuber. In fact, this is my first video and I've decided that I'm going to take the docu-series approach with this because if I tried to squeeze the 3 to possibly 5 topics that I want to cover into one video, it would end up being like 30 minutes and I know most people ain't got no time for that, especially from some no-name YouTuber that hasn't even proven his worth yet. And you'll have to excuse my nasally voice and occasional sniffle. I'm still getting over a cold I had earlier this week, so just bear with me. Now, what's been on my mind lately, and literally what propelled me to make this video, are black stereotypes. And I know, this is a topic that is old as F, and most of them have been debunked. However, there was a recent viral phenomenon going around on Twitter and on Facebook that involves black people and white people asking each other anything that the other wanted to know, right? And while this was technically done with the intention of lighthearted fun, you had some instances where the racism jumped out, and on some others, you just simply saw white people upholding the stereotypes about black people that not only aren't true, but were created for us by them. So go grab your tea, your wine, coffee, Jack Daniels, martinis, whatever you need to chill with me for a little bit, because we're going to break down these stereotypes, where they came from, and who gave them to us. Spoiler alert, it was white people. Now let's touch on the stereotype of the angry black woman. It's total BS. Nothing more and so much less. The trope of the angry black woman to me is nothing more than a way of policing black women's perceived attitude. It's a way of castigating black women who voice concerns of unfair treatment, disparities in both equity and equality, or a lack of protection and empathy, while totally protecting other groups of women for doing the exact same things. The character traits of the unfounded, ridiculous stereotype of the angry black woman center around the idea that black women are loud, aggressive, provoking, arrogant, and uncivilized to a degree that is somehow beyond the nature of any other race of woman. Of course, you usually see this stereotype assigned to dark-skinned black women more than any other because of the pervasive colorism that allows lighter-skinned women to be perceived as fragile and in proximity to whiteness, as to which white women have no such stereotype associated with them. White women can be every bit as loud and violent and angry as her black counterpart ever can, but when these white women face fire, they have the privilege of being able to turn on tears and invoke sympathy, whereas the black woman who turns emotional after anger is usually met with more vitriol or accusations of mental illness such as bipolar disorder, etc. I'm telling you, the hypocritical rabbit hole goes deep. Personally, I think that if black women as a collective are angry, they have every right to be. They have no equity in the justice system. There are over 70,000 missing black women in this country alone that seem to have been forgotten about. But when white drunk girls step into the wrong Uber, there's a nationwide manhunt for her before the sun even comes up. 78-year-old black women are getting kicked in the face almost to death by grown men on trains while other men watch and film and don't do anything but ooh and ah before posting it to World Star. Black women are being beaten and having their faces broken by Nazi white supremacists in parking lots on camera, and then they have to fight felony charges in the aftermath. Black women are being literally yanked by their shirts by grown 2 times their size white men in McDonald's and forced to fight for themselves and given blow after blow after blow. And the list just goes like literally on and on and on. They should be angry. Their men are protecting them. They live in this great big world of ours all by themselves, and the justice systems in their communities, no protection. They should be angry, bish. Nevertheless, this is still a label given to the entire collective, once again, as a gift from the masses. I love Serena Williams. Who doesn't, right? Last year, Serena found herself thrown under the stereotype of angry black woman after she received a code violation for breaking her tennis racket and calling the umpire a thief in the US Open final match in September of 2018. Serena's reaction was no different than how so many male tennis players have acted during the heat of these championship competitions, but hers was unfairly exacerbated because she's a woman. Let alone a black woman. Further, let alone a dark-skinned black woman. Serena has taken a lot of crap that can be considered racist in her career. She's randomly drug tested 4 times more than any other tennis player. She's policed on the clothing she chooses to wear, while white female tennis players wear perfectly similar outfits that go completely unchallenged by anyone, and she's not awarded all the credit for her athleticism that she deserves, but nevertheless, she still remains classy, she's eloquently spoken, she's relatively unscathed by any of it, and she's consistently sportsmanlike at all times. The angry black woman, Serena, is absolutely not.